This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
First up tonight, the weather. If you think it's hot now, just wait. The triple-digit heat indices are coming our way. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. This weekend will almost feel cool compared to what's coming. Meteorologist Jim Castillo begins our weather coverage, Jim.
Yeah, and just to explain that, so no heat advisories or excessive heat warnings, but that may change on Monday and Tuesday when we see the heat indices even up to 105 or higher as we get into Monday and Tuesday. But right now it's 94 degrees, down from the high of 95 in St. Louis, and it feels like 96. At dew point, about 64. And when you get that higher dew point, closer to 70, like we'll see on Monday and Tuesday, you get these higher heat indices. All right, so about 99 for tomorrow at 4 o'clock in St. Louis, 101 Crystal City. All of us feeling well into the 90s. And then on Sunday, just about the same. But I wanted to show you Monday and Tuesday to get a preview of what's going on. Look at these numbers: 106 St. Louis, Crystal City 109, 107 Herman, and the same kind of numbers as we get into Tuesday. So more on that coming up in Maine weather. Heat and humidity stays with us. That chance of rain early Sunday and Wednesday. Let's hope for that. More on that in just a few minutes.
All right, Jim. Well, the heat takes a toll on us, and it also takes a toll on the equipment cooling us down. Tracy Henson checked in with Ameren on how the grid is managing and what we can do at home to keep cool.
We're confident in the system. It's robust. It can take it, and we're staffed accordingly to respond if something would happen.
Matt Tosh is the director of Dorset and St. Charles operations for Ameren, Missouri. He shared some tips on what you can do to maximize cool air in your home.
Almost all ceiling fans have a switch on the side.
And most switches don't have anything to tell you what exactly it does. Well, it's actually important because it changes the direction your fan blades spin, which makes a difference when it comes to fighting summertime heat.
Counterclockwise in the summer, clockwise in the winter.
That's the direction the fan is moving when looking up at it.
It has to do with the flow of air. Warm air rises, so in the winter you want to blow that down. To make you feel cooler, you want to go counterclockwise to pull that up. A lot of folks think that you want it blowing down on you in the summer, and it's counterintuitive.
But remembering cold air sinks, that does make sense.
It doesn't cost a lot energy-wise to run those ceiling fans.
As for those air conditioners,
every 3 months, I would at least pull your filters, check them, make sure they're not clogged and clean. The cleaner that filter is, the less pressure it puts on your system, and helps it run a little more efficiently too.
to install the filter, you're going to want to find the arrows on the top and point them in the direction of your machine. The machine's always going to have a bit of a rumble to it, and then the actual ductwork itself, where the air is being pulled in, will always be this silver shade. You slide it in, and you're set to go.
A little goes a long way.
It sure does. Tracy Henson, 5 on your side.
And if you need help looking for a cooling center near you, just text the word HEAT to 314-425-5355.
Tonight, new developments in a road rage shooting. A Bell Ridge man is facing felony charges after police say he shot a BB gun at another driver this week. Shots were fired from the suspect's car near North Laclede Station Road and Newport Avenue in Webster Groves. That's where 5 on your side's Megan Kernan joins us live after tracking the case. Megan.
Well, and this is where Webster Groves police say Tyree Goolsby fired shots at another man's car on Wednesday night. Officers' quick response helped solve this case within minutes. But the road rage shooting left the victim unsettled and worried that his life was in danger.
The victim was scared, feared for his life, absolutely. There was no way that he would have known that that was a BB gun.
Lieutenant Jillian McCoy says shots fired by 27-year-old Tyree Goolsby just barely missed the driver. The victim was traveling on North Laclede Station Road near Newport Avenue when he says he saw Goolsby in a black Jeep Cherokee swerve into his lane.
The victim honked his horn to alert him, hey, you're coming into my lane. At that time, he slowed down to allow the suspect to pass him.
The driver says Goolsby rolled down his window, pulled out a gun, and shot twice at his car. Bullets shattered the victim's passenger rear window. The victim called police, who arrived a minute after.
We did have officers in the area at the time. We have something called the flock system, camera system that we use. So through investigation, we were able to identify the suspect driver within minutes.
Police found this black BB handgun inside Goolsby's house. Lieutenant McCoy says if you're in a road rage situation,
make sure that you could get to a local police department, drive directly there. If that's not an option, and it is during the nighttime hours, make sure that you pull over in a well-lit area and call 911 immediately. If there's yelling or screaming coming from another vehicle, not to engage with that individual.
As for the charges in this shooting,
the biggest message here is that whether it's a handgun or a BB gun, it's going to be handled as if it were a handgun, and it should be.
Tyree Goolsby was charged with multiple felonies yesterday for harassment, armed criminal action, and property damage. His bond is set at $50,000, cash only. Live in Webster Groves, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Olympic Day is an annual tradition at Washington University that celebrates the history of the Olympics here in St. Louis.
Annie Krall is live after speaking today with both Olympic veterans and some tiny Olympic hopefuls. Annie.
Besides being in some air conditioning today, there was nowhere better to be than right here at the Francis Olympic Field. It's the site of the 1904 Summer Games. It's also the oldest modern-day Olympic stadium that's still in active use. Case in point, there were hundreds of local kids running around this track today trying to be aspiring Olympians themselves. The rings at Washington University are hard to miss.
1904 Olympics started right here because this is real history.
Unsurprisingly, these kids weren't born in 1984 during Jackie Joyner-Kersey's first Olympics or when she won 3 golds between Seoul and Barcelona in 1992. But 96 in Atlanta was different. You tore your hamstring and you still won bronze. What kind of perseverance, diligence, discipline, mentally as well as physically, to get that kind of medal did it take?
You know, it was really devastating, 96, coming down to the last jump. And for me, it was almost like deja vu because in 1984, I had strained my left hamstring. But this time it came full circle, and I was just praying to God. I think that staying positive, and I was like, if the leg goes, they're going to send a gurney out there to pick me up, but I'm going to give it all I got to give.
Inspiring the Jackie Joyner-Kersey Foundation in East St. Louis to give kids opportunities, transportation, and more, annually touching about 10,000 families nationwide, Kendall Norris says.
Determination, grit, teamwork, service, wellness are all of the principles that surround what we do every day with the young people.
Jackie Joyner-Kersey!
Our own Rennie Knott was the MC, speaking with Jackie and other Olympians, including 2008 volleyball gold medalist Scott Tuzinski, the 6'7" Oakville native playing with the kids and his Beijing medal.
And just trying to show the next generation what's attainable, what's possible. You know, I think you got to dream big for everything that you do. You don't ever want to give up on anything, and hopefully the intangibles of attitude, communication, effort can kind of take you over that line as well. And speaking of dreaming big, the U.S. track and field team trials start today, and some of our local athletes are competing there, like 19-year-old Mason Miner-Sagan, who's trying to punch her ticket finally to Paris 2024 over the next few days. Reporting live at WashU, Annie Krall, 5 on your side.
Coming up, a St. Louis man is getting ready for his 3rd Olympics, but he's not competing. The important work he's doing behind the scenes.
Plus, workers at a Fenton business spot something suspicious. The 911 call that brought out the hazmat team.